How do you do, fellow kids? This is a dream come true, yeah, getting this figure that came and went last year. I never saw it at retail, so I mean, other than the fact that I've seen pictures of it, didn't really believe that it exists. I'm super happy. Again. I'm going to say this so that I don't sound hypocritical, but I am critical of how Target and Hasbro handled the kind of the release of G.I. Joe. There's kind of a lot of different moving parts and a lot of different theories and stuff. I think part of it is that I think the popularity of the 6-inch figures for Star Wars has actually declined, and then some of the other product lines that Hasbro had at retail, like the Ghostbusters Plasma series. I think that may have kind of thrown off what Hasbro had expected this product to, or how it would be received by its retail partners like Target, and I think Target wanted to kind of really scale back on the quantities it was going to have, and that made it easier for these figures to be kind of bought out. If we're only talking about a couple of figures per case per Target location, they could be bought out really easily, and most collectors would not even see them on the pegs. And the other thing is, I honestly think that the biggest seller at retail in this style of Hasbro action figure is Marvel Legends. I think both Target and Hasbro wanted to see what the effect would be on Marvel Legends sales before they really went with really backed G.I. Joe Classified. That and it was supposed to be kind of released in the same year as a major motion picture, yada yada yada. Everything kind of went against what there were a lot of factors that I think made Hasbro and Target hesitant about the demand for G.I. Joe Classified. Obviously, they've kind of they've tested the waters. They've seen how these figures have actually been received, and I kind of figured that okay, we had the Cobra Trooper, which was part of the Cobra Island, G.I. Joe Classified retail exclusive with Target, and then they released the Cobra Infantry, and I thought, oh, okay, well, I see what they're doing here. They're going to release these army builders. There's going to be two styles. One's going to be through Target, and it's going to have a little bit more bells and whistles, and probably be impossible to find. And then there's going to be another version that is going to be a little bit more available, being the Cobra Infantry. So, but with that, I was very surprised that they kind of did a heel turn. They decided to put more of these in the stores, make them available on the Target app and website. They limited the quantities that people could order. I think it was only limited to one each person, which is great because I have a couple of the Cobra Troopers. I have one, or Cobra Infantry. This is the kind of normal release. And so, you know, this guy could act as the squad leader. I wouldn't need multiples of the Cobra Trooper. Definitely envious of people who ended up getting multiples. But anyway, and you know, getting these Cobra Troopers, as iconic as they are, I think it's a major, it's a major sticking point for the collectors to be able to get these, and not getting one of these, not getting these guys, and getting a few of these kind of Cobra soldiers is a little bit of a deal breaker. That's one of the things, in the vintage line, they produce these for a couple of years, or the equivalent, the vintage equivalent of the Cobra Troopers, and they came and went. I don't think they were produced in the same quantities as the figures that came out in the mid 80s, and even so, they're very hard to come by. They're very expensive, to buy on the secondary market. So I don't even have the regular Cobra Trooper in the vintage line. I do have I have a Cobra Officer, and he's got the silver his silver chest logo is about half rubbed off, and but I love that figure nonetheless, and I fully expect that we'll get a Cobra Officer in the classified lines. Probably a lot of reuse of parts. Hopefully we get a different this kind of harness, different harness here. Maybe some different weapons. Would have liked to see that AK-47, but I'm not super disappointed that the Cobras are outfitted with less real world weapons. I definitely think that they should have done that for the Joes, though. And I know these are Nerf guns, but in the world of play, these are all high-tech weaponry that Destro supplied Cobra with. So I'm done talking. Let's get this guy out. Take a look. Let's see here. I want to do a clean cut. Open him up. This was delivered in Target order, along with a lot of my wife's groceries and other items that we had already, kind of sitting in the checkout. What am I trying to say? The shopping cart. And it came in its own box and very well protected. So I was really, I just thought it would kind of be thrown in there next to the shampoo, but Target did a really good job of protecting these. Really interesting artwork, the Cobra Island artwork. Got kind of a lot of detail, and then you got a graphic on top of that. I'm just noticing this. This is not the first Cobra Island figure I've opened. I also have Major Blood, but there's like a big giant cobra here, and kind of reminds me of the Raw 10 battle snake that I got to kind of go with my. Oh, and there's another one on this side to go with my my GI Joes. But we can clearly see a terror drone, and I'm wondering if they're gonna make good on that promise. And see a boat. I can't really tell if that's that really is maybe the water moccasin or the hydrofoil. But anyway, neat packaging. Got the Cobra Island map on the back. Really interesting. I think this is more fun, more interesting than the general release, the back of the general release that just shows a kind of a movie poster of characters. So the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper is a little more light-skinned than the Cobra Infantry, who has darker skin around the eyes. That's actually the only place where the skin color shows through. He comes with these weapons plus a few more accessories. Both the Cobra Trooper and Cobra Infantry have the 2 pistols, the knife, and this rifle here. The Cobra Trooper, and also the Cobra Trooper, has the helmet. Helmet looks a little bit different. This one has some black paint applications, and this one is more of a navy blue. It's a little bit of a difference right off the bat. This figure is the only one of the 2 to come with the larger rifle, the rank armband, and the goggles. So let's pop this guy out and take a look. Let's see. Give him a good shove. Let's go ahead and put this guy on a figure stand. I got these figure stands from Ringside Collectibles. Good figure stands. Works well for most of your 6-inch Hasbro action figures, and also the Mattel Masters of the Universe Origins. So yeah, where this guy is kind of like two-toned, the Cobra Infantry is two-toned blue, darker blue overlaid with lighter blue. Pretty much anything that is that darker blue on the Cobra Infantry is black on the Cobra Trooper here, the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper. Let's see here. I think I want to put I'll just keep his pistols in his hands. That's good. Yeah. So I can't tell if the blue is a little different, but it sure pops more on this Cobra Island Trooper. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my camera here so we can get a better view of the action figures. Let's see here. Hold for me. All right, cool. So yeah, it definitely pops next to the black. We haven't tried. I was curious about the vest. See if the vest comes off. I'm sure there's a way to do that without damaging the vest, but I don't know how. So I'm not going to put a lot of effort into making that happen just quite yet. Go ahead and put this guy's helmet on, and then he's got the same mold. So he's got 2 spots for the rifle, even though he only carries 1 rifle. Does not have both rifles. So I'll get some of these other accessories out. Helmet and armband. Over here, 2 larger rifles, pretty cool. And then these smaller accessories are all taped in. Let's see if I can get that with some, let me see. Okay. The goggles, got really good snake eyes for those goggles. No pun intended. Alright, let's see. Got the 2 pistols and the knife. Alright. So let's get this guy all tricked out. I'll have to look. I'm not exactly sure how to get this armband on. I think I pop off the let's see. I think I can slip that over the gauntlet. Although I'm kind of nervous about doing that. I don't know if this arm pops out. Oh well. Have to try to figure that one out later. I don't want to start forcing stuff on a action figure that I just took out of the packaging. So we got both spots for the guns. It does kind of interfere a little bit with the pistol on his back. So I guess that works. He's got it. Can carry both of them together. Let's see, did I get that right? Yeah. No, let's see. It goes this way. There it goes. Got that helmet. Let's see, let's try to wriggle the rifle into his gun hand. That's probably the most difficult part for me of the 6-inch figures is getting these getting the accessories into their hands. I've already ordered a couple of the kits or the accessories from Valaverse. So I'm interested to see those come in. I don't think I bought anything with a AK-47 or a Dragunov or anything like that. But I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled because those would be fun weapons to get these guys out with. Let's see. All right. Oops, almost got it. Don't have his trigger finger in. Might not be the best hand to try to put that in. So, I don't know. I mostly have better luck with getting things into the right hand of my action figures, but I don't want all of my action figures to be right-handed. I don't know, might call it a day in a minute. So yeah, I was kind of, I was pretty hesitant. If you asked me a year ago if I was interested in collecting the 6-inch action figures, I would have said no. But seeing more of the I forget it. Seeing more of the designs for how they've kind of evolved with their sort of philosophy behind the G.I. Joe Classified has kind of made me rethink that position. That first wave was a little bit, a little bit Fortnite-esque, kind of a departure from what we, what everybody was expecting. But I think the fact that these have kind of come around and become more available, I think that's done a lot of good as far as getting more collectors interested, because now we're able to get a lot of the figures that we wanted, and now we're more invested. So here's our trooper with the goggles. Very intimidating looking, but yeah, I'm definitely glad I got a hold of this, and I've got the makings of a little squad. I'm not going to have my own full Cobra army, and I ordered when the Viper came up, I ordered the Viper, so I'll have a Viper for my squad. And I figured my squad can have like a few of these grunts and some specialists too. So would be really interested to see what they do with like a Televiper. Love to see a deluxe scrap iron, Crimson Guardsman. Could you imagine? And the way that they've kind of like been going is I feel like they would do a Crimson Guardsman that would be pretty close to what the vintage version was, but with a lot more details. And I really think that's what me and most other collectors are looking for, is just to kind of relive what we had, what we always wanted with G.I. Joe, and have these like super articulated and detailed. I guess the big announcement today was, or the big news drop was, Super 7 showed their kind of Sunbow version of Timber as a tease, and so we don't really know what to expect from Super 7. Hey, they might have some more 6-inch figures that we're looking for. Mostly, I had heard that they were going to do some reaction figures, and I don't know, might buy one or two, but I mean, the reaction figures are about the same price as these classified figures. So I mean, for my money, if I'm going to buy a couple of $20 figures, they're going to be classified and not not reaction figures. But we'll see what they have to offer, and it can only be interesting, even if it's not something that you're interested in purchasing and collecting. There's no harm in having them put some product out there.